right, so right off the bat, this isn't normally where I drive these. I only got a little bit of footage. This isn't how I normally want to do this. Not that I am producing some high-grade, high-quality videos here, but normally I have a little bit more footage to work with. It's not the case because there was a little bit of displacement with regards to my roads because there was a big-ass fire right near me. I live very close to the Silverado fire in California. Everything's fine, you know, we're fine, we're home, we're not evacuated, nothing's burned, everything's fine. However, some things are still shut down as they've finished battling this blaze. So that's why we're not on our curvy roads and we're doing all that stuff. I have been driving this on various roads, but I do not have footage from driving those roads. But what is this? What am I in? What am I talking about? This is a vehicle I'm actually very excited to spend time with. This is the all-new 2021 Acura TLX. And this is an important machine for Acura, even though the crossovers get all the money, the RDX is the moneymaker, the MDX is their flagship. But this is important because I think it helps generate some street cred or enthusiast cred with the brand. Especially this A-Spec version in this wonderful blue paint. Now, the one to get eventually will no doubt be the Type S. We'll talk about that one a little bit, but that is not available yet. That is not out. This is the most sporting version you can buy right now. But don't be fooled. A-Spec is an appearance package. So if you didn't get the A-Spec, your TLX can perform just as well as this one. And I'll get to why in a second. But first, let's talk about the heart of it. Under the hood is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and it makes a very respectable 272 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque, and it is backed up by a paddle shiftable 10-speed automatic gearbox. Now, this car specifically is fitted with the SH all-wheel drive system, and it is one of my favorite all-wheel drive systems in the business. That's because the super handling all-wheel drive system is enthusiast-minded. It feels rear-biased. It definitely makes driving enjoyable. Audi Quattro is good. Subaru's asymmetrical system is good. I feel like SH all-wheel drive is better than both of them. To me, this is the more entertaining all-wheel drive system. And it's no different here. This is the latest generation of the SH all-wheel drive system, and it can send torque more quickly to the front. It's more heavily biased to the rear when it needs to be, so it's even better than it was prior. Inside, very nicely designed cabin. On the outside, this is a sharp looking machine, and that's because they really shoved the cabin backwards. The dash to axle ratio here is sports car like. It's huge. And it definitely sets off the style on the street when you see this thing. The grille is in a great place now. There's some nice design language happening there without it being overbearing like the beak of years past. This is a good looking machine, definitely in the available red paint, in this blue paint, and then in just normal colors, it looks good too. I really like the white one, it looks good, especially with black wheels and then the black trim bits that come with the A-Spec. So this is a great machine. The touchpad is better than Lexus's touchpad. The infotainment, the audio system is great, Acura ELS. The seats are wonderful. Acura, in my opinion, makes some of the best, most comfortable seats in the business. It's no different here. That's across their entire lineup, by the way. Anything with Acura seats, you know you're going to be comfortable. There's room behind me to sit behind myself. This sits in a weird space. This is bigger than a 3 Series, but smaller than a 5 Series. So you're getting more vehicle for basically 3 Series price, or less in a lot of cases, and you have a better value proposition than if you were to buy a 5 Series. You know, same goes with C and E class and A4 and A6. So it's bigger than the smaller machines, and it's a little bit smaller, but a better value than the bigger machines, if that makes any sense to you. These started around $37,000. You'll be in the mid-40s for an all-wheel drive with A-Spec, and then I assume the Type S will be $50,000. A lot of money, but that's going to be substantially more car. This, I said, makes 272 horsepower. Hold on, I'm hearing sirens. Where are they coming from? Behind me. See? Active fire. That guy was hauling. The Type S makes 355 horsepower which is awesome. That one is going to be a blast. That comes standard with SH all-wheel drive. This one you can get as a front driver only if you so desire. I don't see why you would pass up SH all-wheel drive though if you're playing in this space. So, is this a perfect option for those of you shopping in this segment? No, actually, it is not, and it is let down by a simple thing that happens at all four corners. This is an A-Spec version, so you'd think they would throw some sportier tires at it. Well, it has 19-inch wheels, but it also rides on Michelin Primacy tires. Those are not sporty tires at all. They give up grip very quickly. They're boring tires unless you are in a Prius. They do not belong on an A-Spec TLX. This reminds me of when the NSX first came out and everybody kind of dumped on it because they fitted the wrong tires. They learned their lesson and then they gave it better tires. You're up, BMW. And I think that's going to happen here. I think there are optional better tires available on the Type S coming as well, but I don't know what those are yet. But I will tell you, if you buy one of these, immediately swap out the tires. They're not good tires. And I love Michelin, I love BF Goodrich, I love that whole family of tires. These are not good tires, especially on a sporty looking sedan. The car is let down by its tires. There's no grip. And I feel like tires with actual grip would straight up transform this thing into an eye-opening driving experience. And that's an easy fix. The brakes work great. They're based on the same electromechanical, servo-mechanical setup from the NSX. They're learning a lot there. So the chassis, the brakes, the steering, it's wonderful. There's just no grip, and that is an easy fix. Everything else about this car, the price, the style, the options, the comfort level, all of it is fantastic, even with this 2-liter turbocharged sub 300 horsepower 4-cylinder engine under the hood. I think it's more interesting than a 3 Series, an E-Class, and an A4. It's, like I already said, a better value proposition than the next version up of those cars. And it is just a sharp-looking machine, and you can save a little bit. I think you're going to want to wait for the Type S because that's significantly more horsepower. And I'm sure there's other mechanical tricks going on to make it that much more sporting. But if you're going to get this version with the 4-cylinder, you don't need the A-Spec because it's just appearance. Get the all-wheel drive, you don't need the A-Spec, and then get better tires, and you are in business. Overall, fantastic upgrade over the last version of this car. I love the way it looks, just needs better tires, that's it. Sorry for this rushed feeling review. Sorry for the lack of footage to go with it. Not that I always have a ton of footage these days to go with my reviews, but still got to get this out to you, and this car is worth taking the time that I do have in the interim as I dodge fire zones to bring you what this is all about. This is a good car. Give it a shot. YouTuber Smash Cut.